Hi, it's Gareth Thomas here from freefitnessguru.com. Today I just decided to have a chat about some stuff that's related to martial arts and oriental medicine. I'm sure everyone's familiar with acupuncture and acupressure and the meridians and acupuncture points. These have been known of in Western science for most of the 20th century and somewhat regarded as mumbo jumbo or nonsense by some people. Other scientists have recognized that there are real physical manifestations of the meridian system, and all of the electrical properties of the system have been examined, or many of them, so that the acupuncture points have less resistance than the normal skin, and also there are polarities between different points, which proves that there is electromagnetic energy flowing through these channels at various times. So they do actually exist in some form. This is what Western science recognized in the 20th century. And also there were the medical artifacts associated with acupuncture and acupressure. But despite that, Western science couldn't explain what the meridian system actually was, or whether it really actually existed, or if it was some manifestation of the nervous system that was taking place in acupuncture. And there were theories that tried to prove that the acupuncture effects came from the nervous system. Okay. And this theory of the meridians and the energy channels and chi has been around for maybe 4,000 or 5,000 years at least. Whoever figured it out did so initially many thousands of years ago. Okay. And in the 60s, a Korean scientist, using tissue staining and biopsies on animals, was able to find a translucent thread-like structure, an anatomical structure in the body, similar in appearance to fascial fibers, but a separate system, an anatomical system, and it's a complete organ system. If you look it up online, you'll find it referred to either as the Bongan channels or the Primo system. And this is the actual physical meridian system. So it actually is proven to be a real physical structure in the body. It's separate from the nervous system. It's also separate from the fascial tissue. And these fibers, which are very, very fine, and they're actually translucent, you can only actually see them with particular types of dyes. But this isn't it's not nonsense, it's real science. And this organ system actually is the meridian system. The freaky thing is that it transports stem cells around the body. We already know it has electromagnetic properties. We know that fluid flows through these channels, and they also appear to transmit light, similar to fiber optic cables. So this, to Western science, is a completely new phenomenon. It's a completely new organ system. However, Eastern science has recognized this for thousands of years. So we've got to ask ourselves, with 100 years of Western science, with our knowledge of electromagnetism and mathematics and chemistry, we didn't find this within our own bodies. How did these guys do it 5,000 or 6,000 years ago, or 4,000 years ago, or whatever it was, in India or China or wherever? It was probably actually initially discovered in India. Well, let's just speculate that perhaps some people can sense this energy. Perhaps little babies and children can sense it. And perhaps at some point we all did and we forgot. But let's say they could, and then that would have motivated them, an intelligent person, to find some explanation for it. And if you look back at ancient history, they did have lenses. That lenses had been found that could have been used for primitive telescopes, and they could have also have been used for microscopes. And this is like thousands of years ago. And we know that they also had knowledge of dyes and staining. So obviously what's happened is, maybe it took hundreds of years to gather all of that knowledge. Maybe it didn't. Maybe just 2 or 3 very intelligent people a long time ago figured it all out. But if you look at ancient history, it was probably something that took hundreds of years to do. And obviously they performed scientific experiments on dead bodies, and they stained them, and they used microscopic techniques, and they charted out this organ system of translucent fibers in the body. Not only did they do that, but they figured out how the whole thing works. Now, that's pretty amazing, and it sounds far-fetched, like nonsense, but that's only because we for so long haven't had scientific recognition of the meridian system. But now it exists, and the research is accumulating very quickly, and all of it is verifying the initial findings in North Korea in the 60s, that the meridian system is an actual physical separate organ system in the body that transports stem cells around the body, can regenerate tissue, and also if the meridians are cut off and blocked, say from a cancer tumor, then the tumor will die. If it's blocked from healthy tissue, the healthy tissue will die. So all of these Qigong exercises, Qigong, it's all actually for real. And I'm sure if we can use Western science and electrophysiology, we can probably do things a lot quicker and a lot better than the old ways of doing it. But the research is still in process, and I recommend that you look up on the net, do a search for Primo System and Bong channels, and I'm sure you'd be quite amazed if you hadn't heard of it before. Okay, thank you very much.